What's up YouTube? My name's Robbie Bright Jones and welcome to my channel. So today we are going to create a political flyer, but before we get to it, let's roll my intro. So let's get to it. Today we are creating a political flyer, and these are the details that I got from the client. So we're going to get into it real quick and start off. So first off, we're going to start with the background. We're going to design the background. So the client has a hall logo, like a school logo with the colors of blue and yellow. So first off, I'm going to create a rectangle over the whole workspace. Then after that, I am going to select yellow. I'm going to select this type of yellow, a little bit deeper. Okay, then I'm going to lock it. Then after that, I'm going to create like a deeper aspect on the sides, meaning I'm going to create I'm going to make the middle part a bit lighter and the edges much more heavier. Okay, so let's move on. And the next thing we're going to do is we have the horse image, Valco horse image here. So I'm going to drag it into Photoshop real quick. Then it will pass through Camera Raw first. Yes, so it will pass through Camera Raw first, but then I'll have to add a bit touches, like a few touches to it. So a little bit of highlights, a little bit of shadows, whites, blacks, contrast, exposure. I mean, just beat around it to get something different from what you already have. After that, click on OK, load the image real quick. Then you see there are some blacks on top and on the lower part. I don't want them, so I'm just going to crop them off, including the text that you see there. Crop the upper part too. Then after that, I am going to clean the lower part. Yes, I'm going to clean the lower part. You're going to scale all the way up and make sure it is filling the upper part of the background. Then after that, I'm going to set the blend mode to overlay. I don't think overlay is going to work. Let's check out all the blend modes and see. So I'll go with soft light. Yes, if you don't mind, I'll go with soft light because we just want to get the whole logo at the background, just like this. Yes, thank you. Okay, after that, then we'll move on to something else. So I have a pattern here. I downloaded this from Freepik. Yes, I downloaded the pattern from Freepik. So I'm just going to insert the pattern down here and change the color for the pattern. I'm going to choose blue because we're working with yellow and blue. Damn, but this white is really good. Let me keep this white. I'm going to keep this white for the meantime. Yes. Then after that, I just want to get the blue in the design at the moment. So this is what I'm going to do. Drag the whole logo in the middle and then create a rectangle on top. And after that, I think I'll change it into blue and see how it's going to turn out. Blue. Okay, that's so. Now that we're done with the background, we're going to move on to the next aspect. That's the image and the logo. So I've already gone through the trouble of taking away the backgrounds of the image. So I'm just going to drag the president, the Valco president hopeful, into the artwork. Make sure to make him a little bit smaller. So after that, I'm going to drag in the vice president, and she's a lady. Drag her into it as well. So obviously the vice president has to be behind the president. Then the president is going to be much bigger than the vice president. I'm pretty sure we all know how the drill works. I am going to color grade their images because why not? Why not color grade the images? So we're in Camera Raw now. I'm just going to add a few. I have intense dramatic portrait, so I'm going to add it real quick. Head back to the general edit and take away this guy. Yeah, I don't want this guy. Okay, so after we're done, I think there's not much to be done again, so I'm just going to click on OK. Then reduce the opacity for the image. So I've set it to 40%. Then I'm going to lock both images. Then do the same thing for the vice president image. But this time around, just click on filter and click on this side here because you've already been into camera raw. So just click it, yes, and same thing applies to the vice president image. So we're going to set the the opacity to 40%. You can just click on 4 to reduce the opacity. Then I'm going to log both images as well. After that, we choose our eraser. Let me turn off the pattern real quick. Choose the eraser, zoom in a little bit so you guys can see what's going on. Then I'm just going to clean down here for the image because you just want a few details going on down there. Then I'm going to turn off the president's image and select the vice president image, and also clean just down here for her image. Yes, I just want that side gone. Okay, so after that, we're going to bring the pattern back on, and I think we have a very good start here. Okay, so now let's move on to the next thing. So the next thing is the logo. I already have a work here that I did for someone, Gloria Ba. I'm just going to bring it in real quick. UCC and alcohol, and I'm going to place it on top of their heads, just like this. Let me zoom in so you guys can see what's going on. So the thing is, I don't want to have the same pattern I used for the first artwork, that's Gloria Ba's work. So I'm going to make sure that there's a bit of changes in what we're seeing here. So I'm going to change the color to white real quick. The text to white real quick, and there's a rectangle in there. I'm going to change it also to white real quick. Yes, and I don't know about you guys, but at this point I feel like the alcohol is blue and the background we're having is also blue. So I don't know if I should create like a stroke around it, or I just don't know. Then let me see, I already have a stroke here, so let me try and see if it's going to work. And no, I don't like it. So then this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make sure the background is going to be in white. I'm just going to change the background color. So instead of having the blue that we have there, we're going to have a white background, something like so. Yes, so meaning we're going to mesh the blue in the artwork, but no worries, we're going to do an alternative artwork, or like an alternative color artwork as soon as we're done with this main one. Okay, so we're done with the logos, and let's move on to the next thing. So the client sent me this. He sent me an old work someone did for him, and apparently they have a logo going on in the so guys, if you're trying to open an image in Photoshop and it doesn't follow up as you want it to be, just open it up in Paint. Yes, Paint, and go to File, Save as JPEG, and resave the image in the folder. So this is the image that we just saved. So let me drag it into Photoshop, and it's going to work out perfectly, just like that. Okay, so this furthermore logo here, you see there's this furthermore thing here, and the client wants the same thing. So now we're tasked to do the same thing. So let's get into it and get it done real quick. Okay, so as you can see, there's this type of F going on in there. So we're going to create the same type. Let me just sample this guy off. Control J to take it out, then turn off the main one. Let me scale this so we can get to do the same thing. Okay, so first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a rectangle right over this guy with the same depth as the first one. That's the original one. So instead of making it white, I'm going to make it blue so I can see what's going on in there. Then I'm going to click Control J, duplicate it, make sure we're creating with the same size as this guy. Yes, like so. Then I'm going to select both of them. Okay, both rectangles. Then hold alternate and drag in place. So I'm just going to drag like this. So now we have the same thing. So we're left with the long bar that follows up into the text. So let me just drag this down a bit. Then after that, drag the vertical just right up to there. So after that, we're just going to choose our text and punch in. So at this point, we're using Gotham for the font. I'm going to place it on top of the already text that we have there, and I think we're done. Yes, so I'm going to take this one out, then we're going to be left with the original logo, the one that we just created. So I'm going to merge all the rectangles here, then change the color from them to white. Okay, so apparently we've created the same logo as the one that the client sent. So let's move on to the next thing. So after creating the logo, the next thing that we have to do is move on and bring in the text. So this is the text that he provided, and he said, "Team Furthermore for Valco Hall Presidency 2021-2022 hopeful." Then the slogan and the hashtag comes in. Okay, so let's finish up with the Team Furthermore first. Then place it on top of the Furthermore, just like so. But you know something, let me turn off the images because I'm not really feeling the background. I'll do something about it later, maybe not now, but later on. Then scale it up like this, like so. Yes. Then also for the pattern, I'm about to put text there, so I don't want the pattern being real visible like it is right now. So I'm going to change the color for it, change it into orange, but a deeper orange, so that we can see the details going on there. Reduce the opacity to 39%, scale it up, then lock it. Okay, so Team Furthermore is done for Valco Hall Presidency. Then okay, so for Valco Hall Presidency, let me just drag this guy right here and reduce the size for him and type in 4. Okay, 4. Then we move on and add Valco Hall Presidency. So Valco Hall Presidency, CY, yeah. Okay, then let's move on to the next thing. So after doing this, we have 2021-2022 hopeful, but I'm going to put the 2021-2022 into a rectangle. So I'm going to create a rectangle just like so and change the color. Why is my white not white? I don't like this. I need my white to be very white. Come on, give me a white. Thank you very much. So we're going to, no, this is the perfect time to bring in the blue. So I'm going to change this color to the blue that we've always wanted to add to the artwork. Nice, very well. Then we're going to add the 2021 or 21-22, hopefully 21/22 space hopeful. Okay, then we're just going to place it in the middle of the text, just like this. Very simple, not hard to do. Then we need to bring in the slogan. So the slogan says, "Let's do more." This is what the slogan says, "Let's do more." So let me select "Let's do more" and copy. So this time around, I'm going to use a different font for the "Let's do more." Okay, so we have "Let's do more" in place. I'm just going to reduce the size of it, make sure it's very, very visible, just like so. So it's working down there just as I want it to be. Very nice. Then the hashtags are going to come in. So we have forward ever, backward never. So I'm just going to select them like so, copy and duplicate the Valco Hall Presidency text and just punch in what I just copied. So instead of having them very bold like this, we're going to set the type to bulk, then reduce the size for it. Okay, then add the hashtag to it. So hashtag forward ever, backward never. Well, so after that, he gave me his social media handles, so I'm supposed to add his social media. What is this? Just a minute. So I'm supposed to add his social media handles. The social media handles are going to be Patrick Adu Furthermore for Facebook and for Twitter. Okay, so this time around, I'm just going to go straight into the first artwork I created and just take away. Nice. Okay, so we're just going to change the names here. Instead of Gloria Ban, we're going to have Patrick Adu Furthermore as the president's name, just like so. So we have the Patrick Adu Furthermore social media handles in place, and now we're good to go. So let's add the images and then see what we have here. Okay, so at this point we need to reduce the size of the image, or it's two things that we can do. It's either we're going to change the size of the artwork, because at this point we know there are too many details on the artwork, but then I'll defy the odds and just scale it up a bit. Okay, so I just extended the background and I think it is doing great. So I'm going to overlay like a black or like a shadow type of thing on the image of the president, just so the theme can really come out well. So I wouldn't go much further because I don't want the video to be very long or very stressful, so that you guys don't really enjoy it. So I'm just going to cut it short at this point and just tell you guys to subscribe to the channel, like the video. I mean, yes, do however you have to do, and make sure to stick with me because I got a lot coming on. Yes, so guys, thank you for sticking with me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.